We are on round 2 today, and we're going to be doing some more on the Let's Defend website. So let's bring that up, and I don't need my favorites bar showing at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and log in here, and what do we want to learn tonight? Let's do I'm thinking let's go with the beginner course again, since I'm just starting off here, or at least starting off with the website. Those are all just, let's do courses that are beginner friendly. Well, we already got most of those, and not really in the mood to do Linux again right now. Let's do network fundamentals. And let's see where I was at. Okay, looks like I was in the middle of the basic concepts of networking. So unicast is from 1 to 1. Multicast is from 1 to many. Broadcast is from 1 to all. So this looks like it came from Cisco Packet Tracer, I imagine. These are collision domains, and they're much smaller domains than broadcast domains. So this is a broadcast domain, this is a broadcast domain. So whatever you see within these green rectangles, that's what's within that broadcast domain. Now, this is a hub, this is a switch. So when you're going from your router to your switch, that right there is a collision domain. But if you're going from a router to a hub, there is no collision domain. Now the hub, once it goes to the hosts, the endpoints, that's when that becomes a collision domain. And with the switch, each port is its own collision domain. Subnet masks, we're going to skip through all that. Where was I on the questions? How many of the numbered areas above are collision domains? Let's see. So we've got 4 routers, 2 switches, and 2 hubs, right? So this is a collision domain, collision domain, collision domain. So that's 3 there. That's 4, 5, 6. There should be 7 and 8. No. Okay, well, let's see what I did wrong. Check routers, switches, and hubs. Well, let's see what I'm missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let me just verify that. Yeah, from the, so looks like I'm just going to have to keep guessing until I get it right. Really? It was only 5? That's weird. Because according to this diagram, a collision domain exists between a router and a switch, and then the collision domain between a switch and an endpoint. So if that were the case, we've got that should be a collision domain, that should be a collision domain, that should be a collision domain, that should be a collision domain. That, yeah, just right there is 5 collision domain. This should be a unless, you know what, not even worried about it. Which area above is not both a collision domain and a broadcast domain? Okay, let's see. I'm going to say 6. And what is the subnet mask of the Ethernet interface of the Windows system? You need to connect to the machine. So we got to come up here, and we're going to connect. And while I'm waiting on that, make sure my audio is going through okay. All right. Machines take a while to back up, but I'm just going to guess while we're waiting. Would you look at that? Just decided to run through some common subnet masks and was able to find the right one. Still machine boot up, and we're waiting for it to boot up. Let me go over collision domains again. Collision domain are usually much smaller domains than broadcast domains. Collision domains are areas that can cause collisions between packets using the same data path. Okay, let's What's this? Collision domains are areas that can cause collisions between packets using the same data path. For example, since packets coming from one port of the hub are sent to all other ports, all ports of the hub device as a whole form a collision domain. On the other hand, the switches are a little different. Since the switches transmits target-oriented packets, each port of the switches creates a separate collision domain. Okay. Let's see here. Did my machine start yet? Not quite yet. Still waiting for the connection. Here we go. Ready to connect. And so if we want to discover the last question, which I was able to guess, was what is the subnet mask? So the way that we would find that on a Windows machine is go over here to Network, right click, open Network and Internet Settings. Actually, let's do it the shortest way. So we're going to go here, go into the command prompt, and then right here, our subnet mask, 255.255.240.0. All right, let's move on to the next section. Let's see. All right, what is VLAN? VLAN is a part of the network structure VLAN is a part of the network structure that provides logical grouping of devices in the network, regardless of the physical state of the devices in the network. With VLAN, each department within the organization can be separated into a separate subnet. And in this way, the devices of each department are located in a different network. So you've got the router, the switch, and then that switch is connected to more switches. Network segmentation through VLANs can be implemented in many different ways. For example, as you can see in the image above, network segmentation can be implemented by using many switches in large companies. So basically, even though all of these systems are on different switches, right? What a VLAN does what VLAN allows us to do is connect different systems on different switches to the same network. All right. Features of a virtual local area network. Since each VLAN is a separate broadcast domain, it contributes Since each VLAN is a separate broadcast domain, it contributes positively to network performance. Because VLANs provide network segmentation, it brings an additional layer to network security. Helps the creation of a flexible and modular network structure, blah, blah, blah. All right, how many of the following statements are true? VLAN does not provide network segmentation. Each VLAN is a different broadcast domain. VLAN saves costs, negatively affects. I'm going to say 2. Yes. This is false. This is false. What is the virtual private network? A technology that allows connecting to a different network. I don't even know if I can read chats in this, but I'm going to try something here. My man Boga. Kit Boga. All right. Network protocol. This is, I think, is more important than VPN. Network protocol is a set of rules that determine how to format, transmit, and receive data transmitted between devices in order to ensure network communication, regardless of the structure of network devices. So you've got communication protocols, management protocols, security protocols, COM protocols. We got ARP, address resolution protocol, IP, transmission control protocol, user datagram protocol, border gateway protocol, dynamic code configuration. Let's see if they go into more detail. So address resolution protocol is what assigns IP addresses to MAC addresses. TCP/IP how traffic is transmitted between devices. This is connection oriented. Transmission control protocol is connection oriented. User datagram protocol is connectionless. So user datagram protocol is when you're watching YouTube or listening to Spotify or whatever. When that traffic is being sent to you, your device doesn't necessarily need to communicate back to say that it's listening. It's automatically listening to that. Um, Dynamic host configuration protocol that resolves that resolves. Sorry, I'm watching another stream at the same time that I'm doing mine. Dynamic host configuration control protocol resolves IPs to host names. Management protocols, ICMP, Simple Network Management Protocol, File Transfer Protocol. Of course, Wiki has an entry. Tells you all the different protocols and what layer they're in. These are the 7 layers of the OSI model. You got your physical layer, data link layer, network, transport, session, presentation, and application. All right, I'm going to say done. All right. I'm going to lower the volume here. The OSI reference model is briefly explained in the first part of the networking training series. All right, we've got data encapsulation and decapsulation, right? So when you're sending data, you start with your application layer, and that has application, right? Application header with the data. Then it goes to the presentation layer, and the presentation header gets attached. Then the session header, then the transport header, then the network header, then the data header, and then goes to the physical layer. And on the receiving end, physical layer decapsulates, sends it up to data link, so on and so forth until you're left with just the data again, right? This is, yeah, so the first three layers of or I should say the last three layers of the OSI model um, are all data oriented. Um, so it's supposed to be the seven layers are really ordered: physical, data link, network, transport, session, presentation, application. Some people say, please don't throw sausage pizza away, or please do not throw sausage pizza away, right? And just like I was saying right here, first layer is physical layer. Second layer is the data link layer. Third layer is the network layer. Fourth, transport, so on and so forth. So this is going to be the, I'm sorry, this is going to be, no, yeah, that was it. No, presentation. GIF, JPEG, and TIFF data formats are used. No, I'm pretty sure I was right the first time. That's exactly what it probably wants it capitalized. I think they're case sensitive. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, layer 6. No, okay. How many times am I going to get this wrong? Triple X layer. What do you mean XXX layer? Right here, presentation layer. What is 006? Oh, okay. Let's see here. All right. Enter a MAC address. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Nobody needs to know my MAC addresses. Let's see. We'll go back to where was I? I believe it was on courses, and we were doing easy. Yes. And we had done that, we'd done that. We were on MAC addresses. So what is the network interface card? It's what allows your system to send data. A MAC address is a hardware, it's the address that's assigned to the hardware. So it's 6 bytes. The first 3 bytes is the organizationally unique identifier, and the last 3 bytes is network interface controller specific. So right here it tells us that that's Microsoft Corporation. This tells you the block details, MAC address details, all that good stuff. It is also possible to find the vendor's information without using these online services. There are lists for this. For example, on the following page, we can query the first 3 bytes of the MAC address and obtain the vendor information, right? Since the list is long, only the first section is shown in the image above. We're not going to look at that list at the moment. Displaying, let's see if we're going to start. Yes, we are going to start up a machine. So our Mac, right there is our MAC address. And it wants to know what is assigned to the network adapter named Microsoft KM-test. Well, let's see. That would be this loopback adapter. Let's see if it's going to let us copy paste out of that now. So let's do it this way. 02-60-8C-7A-3D. I think it wants they wanted the MAC address, right? That's what I thought. 02-60-8C is in Charlie, 7A is in Alpha, 12, 3 Delta. I think I missed the 12 on the last one. What is the vendor of the MAC address assigned to the network adapter named Microsoft? Well, it's is it not assigned to Microsoft? Let's see. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's see here. All right, so let's do this. Zero 2 colon 60 colon 8 Charlie colon 7 Alpha colon 12 colon 3 Delta. So Defender's 3Com? Okay. All right. What is the IP address assigned to the network interface of the network adapter named Microsoft KM-test loopback? Well, all right. 172.31.12. Nope. 192.168.130.5.130.5.130.5. All right. All right. Address resolution protocol. Address resolution protocol is a network protocol which works on the data link layer and has an important role in the communication of devices. The main task of the ARP protocol. Hold on one second. What the hell is a vertical mouse? Ah, gotcha. I guess it gets the blood flowing properly. That's what it looks like it's meant to do. Address. Oh my goodness. All right, working structure of the ARP protocol. When two devices in a network start to communicate with each other, the target device's MAC address and IP address must be known. The ARP protocol helps determine the MAC address of a device with a known IP address, right? So we get our ARP request, goes out from computer A. goes to computer B. Computer B replies, right? I'm sorry, y'all. This is. Let's see. Let's just skip right to the good stuff. I already have Wireshark, so I'm gonna just go ahead and open this. Or do I not have Wireshark? Oh, it's a RAR file. That's why. So I'm gonna have to unrar it. Let's do Let's Defend. New folder. We are doing what, networking, I think. Network part 2. All right. I guess I have to grab WinRAR. So let's get the actual WinRAR. WinRAR. RARlab.com. All right. Let's grab the 64-bit version. Gives us a trial license. I'm going to save that. I'll just save it to the networking 2 folder, because why not? Okay, now we got a shortcut. Now we should be able to use it. So let's go Let's Defend, networking 2, and we're going to open that. Let's see where I want to extract that. Here, Let's Defend, networking 2. We're going to say OK. All right, so now that we have that, I only have one request there? That's crazy. All right. All right. How many static records are there in the ARP table related to do I have a filter applied? No, I don't. So what are they referring to then? Let's open it up on this. All right, let's see what it's asking here. Apparently I don't know enough. The arc-a command is used to see the ARP table on Windows. Okay. Well, we have a Windows machine. And it's asking how many static records are there in the ARP table relating to the 172 dot interface. I see one. Did I? Oh, never mind. I see what it says. So it's talking about this interface 172.31.12.92. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you kidding me? Do I not know how to count? Is that what's happening right now? 172.x.x.x. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is crazy. I count 6, but whatever. Was the IP address corresponding to the static record of the MAC address quadruple 016 224.0.0.22 224.0.0.22. Let me just close some of my other windows here. Jesus. All right, what is the MAC address in the sender MAC address field of the ARP frame? Well, let's open that back up and close out of our command prompt. And it wants to know, that's the destination, that's the source. So it's this right here. So 30:5A:, right? 30, 5A, 3A, 58, and then the rest is zeros. 3A, 58, 3A, 58, and then zeros. 3A, 58, 0, 0, 0, 0. What is the vendor of the MAC address and the target MAC? Aw. What is the vendor of the MAC address in the target MAC address field of the ARP frame? Let's see. Does it want destination or source? Target MAC address. And our target MAC address was the Nokia. So let's go back out to that website, which was located Did I lose it? I guess so. So let's do Mac, what was it, Mac Finder, macaddress.io. We're going to split screen again. And $38, $52, 1A, 1C, 16, 2F. So I guess it's just Nokia. So the answer was pretty much already there. All right, that one's done. Internet protocol is the protocol that ensures the packet transmission between different networks. Well, Internet protocol is the protocol that ensures the packet transmits between different networks. It prepares the data to be sent to a top transmission layer. Features: it performs the process of dividing large packets to be sent under data transmission into smaller pieces, so it fragments it. So this is what an IP protocol header contains. You got the first 4 bits is the version, next 4 bits, internet header layer, right? Or sorry, internet header length. Types of service, So that's where you can set quality of service, uh, total length, identification shows the ID number of the packet, IP flags, Internet Protocol flags, which indicates whether fragmentation is implemented on the packet or not. So on and so forth. What is the IP protocol header field that contains the number of hops that the network packet can travel to? Well, I'm going to say it's time to live. But does it want just TTL? Okay, yep. So TTL instead of typing out time to live. What is the IP protocol header field used to determine if the IP header is transmitted intact? So it wants I'm guessing answer format XXX. What is the IP header field used to determine if the IP header is transmitted intact? Header checksum. ICMP is the protocol that sends the errors, warnings, and control messages during the transmission of packets to the sender device. It works with the Internet Protocol. ICMP messages are usually created in the following cases. When the IP packets cannot reach their target, when the gateway devices are too busy to transmit packets, when there is a shorter way for the packets to go. So ICMP, that's where you get ping from. It's where you get your trace route from, right? What could the command written in Windows command line be for the image above? Well, let's see. So it looks like ping parameter value. Okay, command -n parameter value is going to be, how do we set time to live? Does it tell us? Was it one time? Yeah, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ping and 5. And then did we set a time to live up here? No, it just gives us the address. So we're going to say 172.31.32.1. There we go. The transmission, okay, so routing table, got your network destination, your network mask, your gateway, your interface. All right, 3 different types of routing. We got static routing, we got dynamic routing, and we got default routing. Static routing is network administrators' manual routing entries that allow a fixed route to be added into the routing table. So that's network administrators typing everything in manually, which is definitely got to keep track of that. Dynamic routing, contrary to static routing, dynamic routing is the routing type that can vary depending on time and situation. There are routing protocols in charge of managing the dynamic routing. Like there's RIP is one of those protocols. Um, there's lots of different ones. Devices that determine other routes are not suitable for themselves use default routing. Also, default routing is added to the routing table when there's only one direction in communication. So let's look at this algorithm. The devices in communication must make certain decisions in order for the packets to be transmitted. It should be known by the device which packet will go to which destination. One of the most important mechanisms that ensures this is the IP routing algorithm. It works as follows. The target IP address information is obtained through the incoming IP packet. Okay. 2, it is determined by calculating the network address which network the obtained IP address information belongs to. Kind of want to skip over this as well. Oh, here's what I was talking about. Routing protocols. RIP, Routing Information Protocol, OSPF Open, shortest path first. IGRP, somebody just said they like grapefruit. All right. Let's see what it's going to ask now. What is the network address value of the record with gateway IP address? Well, let's look at that routing table. Let's close that. And let's see. Route print. So we're going to go here. What's the network address value of the record gateway IP address? 192.168. .77.1. Let's see. Record with. Oh, here we go. 192.168.15.1. Wait, what? .0. Oh, hey, I gained a new badge. Let's add that. Let me start the quiz. What is the type of transmission in which a network device sends network packets to a single device in the same network? So we know from the Latin, no, I'm kidding. Unicast, a company with only one switch in its network, wants to configure network segmentation according to its departments. What is the name of the configuration that provides this? So ring topology refers to a network topology, so we know it's not that. ARP is address resolution protocol, so we know it's not that. WLAN is just a wireless local area network. But what it's talking about here is it wants to segment according to departments. So what we want to do with that is say virtual local area network, right? What is the network technology that provides a safe connection to a distant network? That's a virtual private network. Because dynamic host configuration protocol, that resolves IP addresses um, to host addresses, right? Application layer refers to the OSI. That's the seventh layer of the OSI model. Wireless LAN, we just talked about that. What is the number of layers in the OSI reference model? There's 7. What is the OSI layer with the Ethernet protocol and where physical addressing is made? That is the physical layer, right? Sure hope so. According to the OSI model, which layer is the HTTP protocol? Network. No. Application. No. Network. No. Application. No. Network. Which of the following is an example of a MAC address? That's it right there. That's 6 bits right there. What type of frame is it if we see a 1 in the field of operation code and the ARP protocol header? Let's say that is if we see a 1 in the field of operation code, see that's super detailed. I couldn't tell you. How many bytes in the size of the smallest IP packet header? The smallest IP packet header, 16. What network protocol is responsible for transmitting errors, warnings? That's ICMP. Which of the following is not one of the routing protocols? File transfer. This is Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. What is the default subnet mask of Class C IP addresses? That was the prefix display of the subnet mask 255.0.0. That is a /8. What is the special name of the data transmitted in the transport layer? What is the OSI layer with the IP and ICMP protocols? Wow. I got that many wrong? That's crazy. All right, let's see what we got wrong. Let's refresh the page. Oh. Oh. Ha ha oh. Ha oh. 20. I should have known that. See, I didn't know that. See, I knew it was application layer. I kept saying, and that one tripped me up too. All right, let's go back. All right, let's see here. Who's in here with me? I don't even know. I don't even know who's in here. Let's refresh the page. I don't see anybody chatting, but back to chat. Let's do. Oh, hey Capper, what's up? All right. How's it going, man? let's see. Um, what should we do next? Oh yeah, so I've got I'm signed up on Let's Defend. I'm signed up on Hack the Box. I'm signed up on Try Hack Me. I subscribe to Code Red from the EC Council and TCM Security. I reached out to TCM Security. They said they don't want their content um, being live streamed um, because it is proprietary. So they wouldn't let me do it. I doubt Code Red would let me either. But Let's Defend. They seemed okay with it. Um, and on Try Hack Me, on their Advent of Cyber, they actually stated, you can't put the answers for the Advent of Cyber out unless you're doing it on video or live stream. So let me do this. All right. So, Capper, I think when we talked the other day, you said you were studying for your Network Plus. Is that right? Or, I'm sorry, for Security Plus. Okay. For some reason, I thought I thought we had discussed that, but it is something that you said you'd be looking to get into, right? Network Plus. So for me, um, I mean the when I took the exam, they didn't have like a whole lot of questions about the different um, categories of cable. Um, there were some in there, but it. Oh, speaking of which, guess what I got in the mail today? Boom. So I got my A plus, got my Network Plus, got my Security Plus. So on Saturday, I take my Certified Ethical Hacker exam. Um, Pretty excited about that. Yeah, man, and of course with CompTIA, since it's stackable certification, I am considered a secure infrastructure specialist and I think they call it a infrastructure operations specialist. Here, let me pull it up. So, CompTIA stackable certs, right? IT operations specialist, that's what it is. IT operations. And then if I took Linux Plus, I'd be a system support specialist and a Linux network professional. So Maybe I'll do that. And then once I get my CISA, I'll be a security analytics professional. Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't know if you were on earlier, but I was doing the basic Linux course. Have you started working on Linux? Like, have you messed around with it at all? Okay, cool, cool. Um, let's see. Let's do. Yeah, see, I was working on that earlier. Um, Linux for Blue Team, and I think I had gotten as far as process management. I think I completed that. Yeah, I did that. So let's work on network management because I know uh, Linux is a lot different than Windows when it comes to configuring the network and all that. Because I believe you actually have to go into the configuration file to change anything. It's not as simple as you know just going on to the adapter and uh, trying to configure it from there. So let me close that, close this. All right. So open source application deployments of all sorts currently support a Proxmox cluster. Tell me what's a Proxmox cluster? Well, a Proxmox is a hypervisor, so I'm guessing it's a virtual machine software. Okay, cool, cool. Um, so actually, you know what? Let me I was gonna do this earlier, but I didn't get around to doing it. What I'm gonna do while I've got you on here is oh, I almost forgot. I gotta go in and delete a folder. Sorry, give me 1 second. Somebody did what to where? All right. Let's see. So let me go into my local disk, program files, uh, da, 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 Oracle, VirtualBox, and let's see. Well, this is odd. Um, Let me see if I can get this installed. Let's say new, Ubuntu, ISO image, desktop, AMD 64. Okay, skip unattended. Next. Can't overwrite machine folder. Okay, so let's do other. That's what it is. We're going to delete that. All right, cancel. Then we're going to say next, next, create a virtual hard disk, finish, settings, audio, disable, okay. Let's see if we can get this thing booted. And we want to use C. Try to install Ubuntu. Kernel panic. And I was having this issue earlier as well. Use my host key. Let's reset all warnings. It's weird, right? Because I've got Kali Linux on here, which I had no problem installing. I've got CSI Linux on here, which I had no problem installing. So I'm not quite sure, like, why on whenever I try and do Ubuntu or some other versions of Linux, it's not doing what it's supposed to. Let's do this. Let's give it 2 processors, because why not? All right. It might not. It might not like the storage type because I'm pretty sure it's in TFS on my C drive. In fact, I'm 100% sure it's in TFS. Yes, it is. Let me look at my, yep, in TFS. So are you thinking if I had another drive that I formatted for FAT, that might be a better option? Let's see. Let me do this then. I've got, what did I do with that cable? Oh man, I already packed away the USB cable for my my external hard drive reader. Yeah, I tried doing VMware Workstation as well, and that kept failing on me even on the Windows stuff. Um, yeah, and of course, what I really want to do is, um, now that's interesting. Where did I get from the Ubuntu website? I went straight. Yep, went right there. Yeah. Um, but let's do this. Let me go back here. See, you're already familiar with networks, so I'm going to kind of skip around in here. Assigning dynamic IP addresses. Have I? No, actually, I haven't. Not. Let's. Let me see if you can learn how to create installation guides for desktop. Create a bootable USB stick on Ubuntu, Mac OS, or Windows. I have Rufus, but write the ISO. Select the Ubuntu ISO. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Let's just grab let's try a different version and see if that will work. DVD to everything, minimal net install, 64.iso. This is, okay, so I'll probably still be on. I plan on being on until midnight tonight. Um, I'm just trying to work on a schedule and get into the groove of doing consistent streams um, until I find a job at least, and then I'll reduce it down to maybe a couple nights of the week. But all right, man, take care, and we'll catch you later. All right, let's see here. Dynamic IP addresses. Okay. The name of the interface to which the IP address is to be assigned is given as a parameter to the DH client command. Dynamic host client command. Sudo dynamic host client, sudo ifconfig shows. Okay, so what does that switch do? Let's say we have a network interface named ES33. As you can see, this interface does not have an IP address. It does not. It's got its MAC address, right? So to disable it, we tell it to go down, and then we can bring it back up. Okay. Let's see, does it tell us? Yes, right here. ifconfig-a shows all the network interfaces. So let's do that, right? And we've got ETH0, which does not have an IP address, and then our loopback, LO. So sudo what's the new thing? Just IP? No, let's stick to the original. ifconfig-a. Let me scroll back up. ETH0. ETH0. Is it not going to do the same as it did for them? I didn't type IP config. Oh, ifconfig dash. It did. It just took a little while. All right. So now we're going to say the same thing, but this time we're going to say DH client. Give that a second. Apparently it doesn't like me. So let's drop it then. ifconfig ETH0 down, right? Down. And then same thing. let's see, maybe that's where we need to do that. No, also not correct. Am I not typing in ifconfig sudo dh client, sudo dh client. I think I know why. Let's do it without the sudo. These are the same as all three interfaces have their own assigned IP addresses, but they did not. So let's bring it back up. Still nothing. I wonder why. I don't want to assign a static IP. It is the DHCP protocol that provides this automatic process. One or more network devices act as DHCP servers in the current network. The DHCP server is responsible for, okay, so Linux, the DH client command. For example, let's say we have a network interface named ENS33. This is in the screenshot below. As you can see, this interface does not have an IP address. Let's assign an IP address to the ENS33 interface with the DH client command. Sudo DH client ENS33. And what I tried was sudo DH client. Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. There we go. It is possible to view the current network connections and their status via the command line using the netstat command. Netstat-a is the parameter used to show all connection. -t shows only TCP connections. -n is used to show addresses numerically without resolving domain names. Okay. And -p is used to show the program name and PID, or the process ID number of the connection. Viewing the packet flow instantly. TCP dump. Yep. Access control to the destination IP addresses. Let's see. We may need to check the network communication of a system using another system within the same network. It is possible to find out whether the other system is accessible using the ping command in the Linux command line. With the ping command, network packets are sent to the destination and a response is waited for. Resolving DNS server IP address of the domain. That's dig. NS lookup. The DNS server IP addresses of the target have been found. Okay. It's resolve.conv. That's hosts and file sharing. Python-m simple HTTP with Python. So the shared files are files in the current directory on the command line. All right. All network interfaces on the Linux system are recorded in the file given below. Complete the command that provides this output. Sudo blank blank. Okay. Save as. SSD. Let's defend networking 2. Even though I think it's something totally different, but let's open. And we're going to extract. 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 text document. All right. Okay, one of the files given below is the ifconfig-a output before the command is executed, and the other is the ifconfig-a output after the command is executed. Was the command applied to these files? Complete the command that made this change. I'm going to guess ifconfig up, down. What is the command that is output in the file given below? Complete the command that enables this change. Only the missing parts should be entered in the answer. The section square will be filled in order to according to the answer format. Command parameter value domain. Well, definitely going to need to download that. Let's close this. Close this. We're going to download. Oh, hi. Save as. We're networking to save. And open the folder. And extract all within the folder it's already in. Okay, and I am looking at ping of a C4 of 104.21.47.22 parameter value domain. Commands is ping parameter C4 prep. There's only 4 pings. Hmm. 104.21.47.22. What am I missing? Can you reach the destination? You may need to check your connection. What is the command that prefers? It's a ping. We know it's a ping. Well, the command is obviously ping because it's not a trace route. Unless I grabbed the wrong file, which I don't think I did. Let's see. Network 3 folder. Well, what is in the network 1 folder then? Network 1 is network 1. Network 3, you think would be network 3. But when we replace it, it just gives us network 2. All right, so ping dash C parameter value for domain. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's asking for there. All right. Server logs of file sharing with Python are recorded. That's one successful. Looks like 2 or 3. Okay. Check the 200 HTTP response codes. One, two, three. That's what I said the first time, isn't it? Pretty sure I said that already. All right. Only the missing parts should be entered in the answer. The section with square brackets will be filled in order according to the answer format. For example, WC-L. And it wants command parameter value domain. Command is ping. Parameter is C, -C. Parameter value is 4. And the domain, let's try it this way. Let's defend.io. So it didn't want the IP address. It wanted the actual full out domain. That's crazy. All right. Next, package management. Why am I doing all this learning about all these different layers of IT if I'm just going to be managing packages? No. All right, package and package management. The package is the downloadable files and the repositories of the distro to install an app on Linux from the command line or GUI. The repositories contain installable packages of applications. It is almost the easiest way to install applications on Linux. Each Linux distro can have a different repository. The desired application can be installed with the package manager installed on Linux, as well as the removal of applications from the system can be done with package managers. Linux distros such as Debian, Ubuntu, and Linux Mint use the same package manager. Linux distributions such as Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Fedora, and CentOS use a different package manager. And I believe Red Hat, Fedora, and CentOS all use, I think it's called Yum or Yummy, I want to say. And then the Debian versions are the, like it says, actual Debian, Ubuntu, and Mint. APT, when installing packages on Linux. So APT isn't referring to advanced persistent threat here. I forget what it stands for, so let's Google it. What does APT stand for in Linux? Advanced Packaging Tool. So there we go. And we can look at that by going to the source list, which looks like that, cat/etc/apt/sources.list. Updating we do by sudo apt-get update. If we want to update packages that are already on the system, it's sudo apt-get upgrade, right? Installing a package from a repository with apt package manager. If you already know exactly where it is, you can just say apt-get install and whatever it is you're trying to install. List installed packages on the system. sudo debian package -l tells you what's on the system. So let's do this. I'm gonna move that all the way over just to right there. Okay. And let me see if, okay, my CentOS is done downloading. So let's install CentOS. So that way we can see what two different installations of Linux look like. So I'm going to go machine, new. We're going to name it CentOS. The ISO image is going to be other. And we're going to go to CentOS, skip unattended, next, finish, settings, audio, disable, okay, and start. We were having problems trying to get Ubuntu to boot up earlier. So let's see if this one's going to fare any different. Let's say test this media install CentOS. Let's run a memory test. So while we're waiting for the memory test, let's talk about what I'm running. I am running an iBuyPower with an i7 processor. I've got 48 gigs of RAM. I have a half terabyte solid. Actually, I've got two half-terabyte solid-state drives. The one 2.5-inch one that is mounted on the side panel of the tower, and that's where I store my operating system files. Then I have an M2 SSD that is pretty much embedded into the motherboard. And then underneath, I've got a 1 terabyte hard disk drive, and I think it's actually, I know it's a 7200 RPM. I don't think it's a 7200. I know it's a 7200 RPM hard disk drive. So maybe this will tell us why we were getting that kernel panic in Ubuntu. Did I already do this? Sudo d. Okay, this doesn't seem to have. Yeah, that's fine in NVIDIA. All right. We'll come back around to this. Let's move on to the next section, service management. Services are programs that run or wait to run in the background in Linux. So let me okay, I did follow him. All right. Just wanted to make sure. If somebody throws me a follow, I definitely want to follow back. You know, try and support one another. Let's close that. Let's full screen this. So services and programs, yeah, we already talked about that. FTP is file transfer protocol. It's what shares files between systems. Services are often important to cybersecurity because services that are turned on have the risk of creating security vulnerabilities. So if you're not using a service, you would definitely want to have that service stopped, and the port should be closed if you have unused ports. Listing all the running services in the system. So we use the system control list units type service dash dash state equals running. So during the status of a particular service, you can specify which service you want information about. To stop it, you just put stop, or to start it, you put start. So scheduling task, you can use cron tab for that. The structure of a scheduled task, example 3008 star star star, and then this directory. So you've got your minutes, your hours. So this is 30 minutes, 8 hours, so 8:30, right? Star star star, every day of the month, every month, every day of the week. The meaning of the first 5 fields on the left are explained. The command should be run following. Oh, the command should be run following these 5 fields. When adding a new scheduled task, it must conform to this format. Adding, deleting, and editing. Use cron tab E for that. So cron tab E shows, I guess, what you've already got scheduled. After the row of the scheduled task is added, it is saved with Control O. So I did all this. Echo hello my friend. So every minute, right? Those minutes, hours, days, months, days of the week. Every five minutes on every day of the week. Or no, on, was that one day of the week? Is it supposed to be one day? Yeah, so 0 and 7 are denoted as Sunday, so it'll be on Mondays. Let's see if the scheduled tasks are running after the required time has passed by checking the file contents of the printing process. Cat, home, Debian, hello.txt. Hello, analyst. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. So, yeah, we said every minute to run the echo, hello, my friend, and then every 5 minutes run echo, hello, analyst. What is the number of the scheduled test that ensures regular backups hourly every day? Okay, so let's download this file. Really, that's it? It's not actually going to be a download? What does it want? It says every hourly every day. So every day is going to be one of these asterisks, and it's every hour. Every hour of every day. Well, those are all the same. So what is the number of the scheduled task that ensures the number of the scheduled task. There we go. Let's do the quiz. What is the name of the directory where the configuration files are kept? That is in etc. What is the most authorized its root? What is the command used to go back to the previous directory in the Linux command? cd dot, or no, cd dash. What is the proper command on the Linux command line that displays the permissions of the files in the current directory? ls-a. Yeah, because it gives us everything. What is the command and parameter that allows creating nested directories? That is it's one of these two. I have a feeling it's that. What is the command used to change file names? MV. What is the operator sign used to append to the end of a file? What is the command to be applied to read the first 8 lines of the file named -C8? No. -N8. I think it's C8. What is the numerical representation of the permissions of the file that RWX is 7? RX, I believe, is let's see, right? That's 754. What is the command used to read and execute and read only? All right, what is the command used to find out which users are operating? Who am I? Which file contains the encrypted version of the password shadow? What is the command that should be executed on the command line just to find out the user's ID value? ID-U. What is the command that helps switch users on the command line? SU. Which command is used to decompress gzip files? gunzip. What is the command used to view processes in real time? That's PS. No, I'm sorry, it's top. What is the command to view current network connections and their status? Netstat. What is the file extension of the package installed on Debian-based Linux distributions? Deb. What is the command used to list available scheduled tasks? crontab-e. Alright, what did I miss? Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to go for the first time. And that's what I had selected the first time for that one. Oh, see, I misjudged myself on that. Alright. Let's go back to learn. Let's see. We've got... Does this give me a ranking? Leaderboard. Probably not even close. Search. Security analyst. Search. Score SLA. I don't even know what it's talking about. Let's look at United States. And let's go to score. Okay. Let's do top 20. How many points do I have? That's what I want to know. Let's go to my profile. Oh, I can totally do that. All right, let me do that while I'm here. So I'm going to say edit profile, and I'm going to close that and that and that, and I am going to have to open a new tab. Does it just want the Twitch username, or does it want the full URL? LinkedIn username. Let's see here. What is my LinkedIn username? Okay. Okay, I think it's asking for the whole kit and caboodle. Let's see what happens. No. Okay, well that's interesting. I want a different avatar. Let's go with that one. File link. So this is a malicious file. Do not open in your local environment. Okay, so what I'm going to do for that, let's go back here and see how this is looking. So far, so good, it looks like. I'm going to open this in Kali Linux. So I'm going to close that. And I got 252 points today. Meow meow. Oh, maybe it did work. Meow. Meow. I'm already a member. Meow. Come on. Yeah, come on. Hi. You wanna come lay down? Hi. Come on. Come on down here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Hi. Hi, kitties. How you doing? How you doing? Hmm? How's my kitties? Come on. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever's clever, I guess. Where was I? I still refuse to log into Twitter. Hi, kitties. Meow. Hi, kitties. Okay, so that did work. Okay, so it does just want the last part. All right, so let's go back to here. And I'm going to say, let's see. It was asking for a Twitter username, not a. Well, I don't have a Twitter username. Sorry. Let's refresh the page. There we go. I'm going to use Twitch as my website. All right, let me get back on this career path thing. Security analyst. Have I done all the beginner security analyst things? Yeah, because I haven't gone through the lessons. Does this have quizzes? Next. 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 I already did that lesson. So why is it still... I understand why it would still be showing up. Like, because I don't really have any way of denoting that I only want to look for ones that I have not done yet. Security analyst. Let's see, what time is it? 10:17. I think, yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night, y'all. Thanks for watching another one of these with me. And for those that joined, appreciate it. Hope to catch y'all again another time. All right. Peace out.